Just got back from the feed mill. I got 500 pounds of meat bird feed, and then I got like 300 pounds of feed for the ducks. Combine you.
You guys looking for food? I always tell the wild ducks kind of disappear when corn's gone. Yeah.
All right, we got our feed set up out here for the turkeys and the chickens and the ducks, so we won't have far to go as we're raising them out here. Ended up bringing out 2 of our 55-gallon drums. Those will hold about 300 pounds of feed apiece, so that should make it that we can go several weeks without having to restock out here. So besides going to the feed mill, I also went to the auto parts store. I picked up the new seals for the gearbox on the post hole digger, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting that back together. So I just got a little die grinder with a wire wheel on it. I'm going to clean up where the seal goes. All right, that looks a lot better. So I'm just going to put some gasket sealant around the edge of the seal before I put it in. All right, the first seal's in. Same thing here, gasket sealer on the outside, just to ensure that it seals. We'll go ahead and put a little gear oil on the seal. I probably should have done that to the last one. So now it should be able to hold a little bit of oil in here. Gear just drops right in. Another bearing goes on top. Should have probably put this on the vise to begin with. So the oil level in this gearbox should be at right at the bottom of this plug right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and top it off while we got it open. So we got a couple of steel shims, we've got some gasket sealer in there, and now we can finally put the lid on. So I've got about 4 hours in this project and less than $25 worth of parts. This front shaft where the PTO hooks up, everything is perfect. No oil seeping out, everything spins good. It actually feels really solid. Kind of surprised because there is a rough bearing in there that it feels as good as it does. Yeah, but on the bottom side, there looks to be a little bit of seepage of oil around that seal, and this shaft was grooved. It had been worn down right about where the seal sits in. So I was afraid it wasn't going to get a perfect seal around it. So it looks like it probably will slowly leak oil, but it's going to be way better than what we had before. Before I could put it in there and it just would run out. I mean, it'd be all out in a couple hours. It was pretty bad. So this is still an improvement. So this morning, we noticed that Ellie had gone back into heat.
Yes, 2 of the steers were mounting Ellie, and she was standing for them, so.
So I ended up texting PJ this morning, letting him know that it looked like Ellie wasn't pregnant, but so far, Maya wasn't showing signs of heat. And he offered to come down today and inseminate her again. And this is kind of the way to do it without the whole treatment. You just wait till they go into heat.
Yeah.
So we got to get them round up and get Ellie in here because PJ will be here in a few minutes.
We kind of have a plan. We'll see.
Yeah, but it never goes as planned. So see if we can get her separated. Hi, Ellie. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, Stretch. How are you? Huh? How are you, sweetheart?
This may be easier than we thought, except
Maya's gonna be in your way.
there she is.
Oh, she went in this pasture. Nope. I gotta close this. There you go, good girl. I don't know how that worked out, but we got both gates shut at the same time. And we got Ellie isolated. Come on, Ellie. You can do it. Good job. Well, we forgot to film. We were sitting here talking, and Ellie actually just went all the way in the chute and locked herself in. We didn't have to really do anything. PJ's here. He's getting everything together, and he's going to give her another shot of the baby batter tonight, and hopefully this works. Cool.
All right.
You might have to direct her.
Director,
So, like, after
you go in, then you'll squeeze the bottom.
Rebekah's going to try to do it once.
It should probably go in about that far.
Am I in the right spot?
you're in
Yeah, I was in the right spot. So, like,
Yep.
okay. So then,
Just push it in. Like a big old syringe.
okay.
Yep.
Then just pull
Pull
out.
out.
Okay.
Yay.
Well, you did it.
Yeah, I've done worse things.
Well, hopefully this time Ellie is pregnant because we know 100% she was in heat today.
Yeah.
So it was really nice that PJ offered to come down, and he came down and AI'd Ellie one more time. So he didn't have to do that, especially like short notice when I texted him this morning. So that was really nice for him to go out. I mean, he really went out of his way.
Yeah, he went above and beyond for sure.
Yeah, to come out here. So I'll leave his information down below. Again, PJ's Prime Cut Cattle for AI here in Central Illinois. But I think Ellie is definitely getting a lot of attention today. She has 3 little steers that follow her around everywhere.
Yep.
So out here where we got the animals grazing in this warm season grass, You can see that they've ate the tops pretty much off of everything. You can see just like 1 or 2 leaves out there, and then in the back corner there's probably a little bit more the farther you get out. But this is as far down as we want them to graze this. We'll probably move the wire tomorrow, and we'll put them in a new area, and then we'll also fence this off to keep them from grazing it down any further. But it lasted 5 days. This is 5 days, so not too bad. Well, it's been a couple days now. Yesterday we spent most of the day setting up temporary fence. We've got a new section for the cattle and sheep up front, and then we ended up messing with the pig pasture. So it's the pig pasture fence is reestablished, and today is going to be Pig Freedom Day. We're going to finally release the pigs out of their little pen and out into the woods. And we're also going to probably release the ducks today out of the netting and send them out to the pond with the rest of the ducks. And we might bring the chickens out of the brooder and bring them into the chicken tractor. We haven't quite decided on that one yet. They're like real close to being the right time to bring them out. But before I do any of that, I want to go ahead and get this post hole digger painted with the final paint. It's going to be black. If I get it all painted this morning, it might be dry enough this evening I can get it put back together. So we're out here at the pig pen now, and the pigs are laying down in their hut covered in mud trying to cool down.
Yeah, it's very hot.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a high of 90 today, but feel like 100. So I'm not sure how active they'll be, if they'll get out or not when we open this up. They are curious creatures though. So I got a feeling even though it's this hot, they'll still want to explore. We'll see. We're gonna go ahead and get the fence charger all unhooked and get it all out of here before we open this up.
Come here.
Hi, pigs. Come on.
Here, piggy, piggy, piggies.
Nobody wants to cross.
Come on.
Yeah, that's definitely how you can tell that they're trained to electric fence, because they don't even want to cross where it used to be. Even though it's not physically there anymore, they're still afraid of it.
I'm tempting the pigs with marshmallows. They love sweets. I'm using their nose to attract them to the sugary marshmallows. I think it's gonna work. Once one comes out, we'll be good.
Well, we got one to cross the line.
Yeah.
It's kind of an imaginary line at this point. Oh, see how he's backing up like I went too far? He's very leery. He backs up and
He's like,
goes
"Where was
forward. Yeah.
It's like he's unsure of where the line is now.
He's afraid he's gonna get shocked.
Yeah.
Once again.
Marshmallows for the win.
Yep. Marshmallows is always kind of the secret weapon. Luckily, we started feeding the marshmallows like a week after they were here or something,
Yeah.
so they know what they are.
Yep.
They know they taste good.
Yeah.
So the pigs are exploring their new area. So this is the far corner here, and they got about a ½ acre of wooded area for them to be able to roam in. Their other wallow's right here. I was waiting for them to jump in it, but they haven't done it.
I always like seeing the pigs all happy running through the woods.
Yep, you can tell they're excited. There they go
Yes.
running.
I know.
Yeah.
They're like puppy dogs.
Yeah, and they've just explored that side. They haven't gone north yet.
Yep. Yep, I see them frolicking with their little ears flapping.
Yeah. All right, before it gets too hot today, we're gonna go release the ducks
Onto the pond.
Yeah, and try not to let the turkeys out.
Yep.
Yeah. So what's the plan of attack?
So they're all in the tractor right now, so I think it'll be easier just to chase out the ducks, keep the turkeys in, lock them in, and then let the ducks out. Easy.
Sounds easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably won't be. There you go. Ducks went.
Not all of them.
Go out the door, ducks. Go, 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 go. Sorry, turkeys.
He's gonna stay for a minute.
That actually went really
Like I
well.
said, pretty easy.
Yeah. Can you get it apart?
I can't get it apart.
Pretty tight. Okay. Once again, afraid to cross the imaginary line. Come on, go that way. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There you go. I think they're trying to find a way back in.
I know. Hopefully they'll go down there. That whistling duck's down there. He needs some friends.
Yep, I'm sure they'll figure it out. Here come the turkeys running out to the ducks. They've been together since they were babies. It is strange the bond that different animals can make, because these guys seem to flock together. And of course, the way our ram seems to think that he's a cow and he wants to herd up with the cow more than he wants with sheep. It's kind of odd. You almost feel bad for them because you're releasing them, but yet they want to come back inside. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the meat chickens, see if we can bring them out, get them in the tractor, and then most of our chores will be right behind the house, because like the rest of the animals, they're fairly easy to take care of. The time-consuming ones are these birds back here. All right, we got a bucket full of chickens.
Come on.
There you go. Okay, guys, there you are. They got food and water. Should be good. So I just ran the numbers real quick. I know a lot of people are curious what it costs to raise your own chickens and whether it's cheaper to raise your own chickens than buying them at the store. And really the answer is you're probably going to end up buying them cheaper at the store than raising them yourself. So we ordered that batch of chickens. It was 25. We ordered it back in January. It was $87.49. We now have 23 chickens. So that came out to like $3.80 per bird once you include the shipping and handling and everything. Now on Meyer Hatchery's website, they say to raise those out to 8 weeks, 8 weeks, they will consume 13.43 pounds a piece, about 13.5 pounds of feed that they will eat each bird. So that come out to 309 pounds for 23 birds. And there's going to be waste. And I mean, there's always going to be some type of waste. So we're going to round up to 350 pounds, and that comes out to $105 worth of feed. So total cost is $192.50 roughly. And then that comes out to about $8.37 a bird per chicken to raise them, and that has nothing to do with labor or the equipment. Of course, we've done this for several years now, so that we already have all of the equipment to butcher and raise the chickens. We didn't have to buy anything this year except for feed and chickens. But still, $8.37 a bird not including the labor. That comes out, if they end up average when they're done, finished weight, we won't know until we actually butcher the chickens what the weight is, but say they come out to about an average of a 5-pound carcass in the freezer. That comes out to about $1.67 a pound. And of course that doesn't include labor. So overall, you know, you have to kind of have the passion and the want to be able to grow, I guess, your own chickens and know how they're raised. If you're solely wanting to do this to save money, you're gonna be better off like going to Costco or Sam's and buying in bulk. And that's gonna be your most cost-effective way. But if you do wanna raise your own food and know that your animals were taken care of and raised right, and you know everything that went into that meat that you end up getting at the end, and that you have a good quality product, it can be rewarding. It's just not necessarily the cheapest route to go. So it's a few hours later now, and it seems like the paint's dry on the post hole digger. So I want to go ahead and put that back together, but instead of trying to like put it together on the concrete, I think it'll go easier if I try to put it together on the tractor. There we go. Sounds pretty quiet. So the post hole digger definitely looks better than when we started a few days ago. It's still not perfect. It still leaks a little bit. It drips a drop of oil, 1 drop every few minutes, which is way better than what it was before we started. So we did improve it. It's not perfect, but it is a lot better than it was before. And now that I've got this fixed, I was waiting to continue on the corral and build the loading chute. I really wanted to fix this first. So now that this is all fixed and put back together, I can move over there when I get a chance and start back on the corral project over there. So we've had a lot of unexpected events, I guess, happen in the last couple days. So it started off with the truck. We had a low tire. It kept on going low, so I was gonna try to patch it. And then I got tires off and they were just so bad. I just had to go get new tires. So I had to take part of my day to go buy 2 new tires for the truck. Last night we went on a little errand. We took the little single axle trailer that we have, little 12-foot trailer. Got 20 miles down the road, tire blows out. Of course, we don't have a spare tire for the trailer. And we ended up abandoning the trailer at this little country church. Was able to get the rim off, go get a tire put on it, and then had to come back and get the trailer. And it ended up being like a long night. You know, our 2-hour little journey took like 4 hours instead. It ended up being a lot. We didn't get home till after 9 last night with that whole fiasco. And then just a few minutes ago, I went to go put that post hole digger together, and I went to put my gloves on, and when I went to pull on my glove, there was a wasp in the inside of the pinky finger, and it stung me. I've never put a glove on before, and it had like a bee or a wasp on the inside. That was a first. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna check my gloves maybe a little bit closer before I put them on in the future, I guess. It'd been sitting on the picnic table for like a day, and apparently a wasp thought that finger in that glove was a good place to burrow. But definitely had some just unexpected stuff happen, and hopefully next week goes a lot smoother. I could go with a little bit of normalcy next week, that's for sure. But I'll just have to keep my fingers crossed and I guess hope for the best. But I think that's going to be it for this video. So hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one.